In the world of German luxury sedans, faster is better. Sporting pretensions lead to big motors with big power and big speeds. Beating the Germans at their own game would be one hell of a trick, and so Volvo is changing the rules. Welcome to the new S90, Volvo's entry to the upper echelons of luxury motoring. With a starting price of about $47,000 going on up to just under $70,000, this is a very polite, velvet-fingered stab in the eye to the BMW 5 Series and the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. It has a beautiful interior wrapped in this minimalist Scandinavian exterior, but with a focus on smoothness and luxury rather than power and performance. Can this car really compete? The S90 continues the design ethos put forth by its big brother, the XC90 SUV. It was with that car Volvo announced its reinvention, and with the S90 that vision gets a little closer to the ground. The same simple, distraction-free lines can be found here, starting with those Thor's hammer lights up front and continuing through to the rear, which is perhaps this car's most humble angle. And the interior is just as good. These seats may lack massaging, but they're comprehensively adjustable and impeccably comfortable, offering air conditioning for the summer and tush-melting heat for colder days like today. Materials are top-notch everywhere I can touch, and overall that lends this car a clean and relaxing feeling. That continues to the infotainment system, which is simple and easy to use, much more simple than the latest offerings by BMW and Mercedes, yet it has just as much power as any of them, including Apple CarPlay. Sadly though, there's no Android Auto on offer, at least not yet. To find the greatest bit of technology in this car though, you have to look at the active safety systems. As you would expect, the S90 is a very safe car. While it hasn't been crash rated yet, the XC90 got full marks from the IIHS, and there's no reason to expect that this won't do the same. The S90 has standard automated braking, adaptive cruise, and lane keep assist, but it goes much further than that. Volvo's Pilot Assist system is also standard, which can fully control the car on the highway, speeding up or slowing down based on traffic conditions, steering around corners, and even changing lanes. And it works really well. To turn it on, you just hit this button, and then the car, well, it takes over. But not entirely. This is not a 100% fully autonomous system. In fact, it's called Pilot Assist for a reason. While the car will steer itself around corners and speed up or slow down based on traffic, it doesn't want to drive itself on its own. You have to keep your hands on the wheel, and if you take them off for too long, the car will beep at you and then eventually turn itself off. So that's on par with what BMW and Mercedes are offering, and not quite as comprehensive as the autopilot system from Tesla. But even so, it's reassuring to know that this car always has your back, that it's always watching the road, and that makes driving on the highway a very relaxing experience. And to me, being relaxed is the most important part of modern luxury. But there's another aspect of luxurious motoring where the S90 comes up a bit flat, and that's power. The base S90, the $47,000 T5, makes do with just 250 horsepower, delivering a combined 27 miles per gallon. The higher spec $53,000 T6 bumps that up to 316 horsepower thanks to a turbocharged and supercharged engine, offering a fuel economy of 25 miles per gallon. In our testing, we've been seeing about 23. That's not a lot of power for a car in this class. BMW's new 5 Series can be configured with 460 horsepower, and that's not counting the bonkers M5. But still, on its own, the S90 feels reasonably quick. In the T6 trim that we have here, the car gets away from lights cleanly and smoothly accelerates through its 8-speed automatic transmission. But once you get up to highway speed, it seems to run out of steam pretty quickly. Again though, this car isn't about power, it's more about smoothness, and the ride quality here is superb. Even without the optional air suspension, you won't be feeling many bumps on the road, but there is a trade-off, and that's body roll. And let's just say you won't want to go corner hunting in the S90. This is an incredibly competitive segment. Both the 5 Series and the E-Class have seen decades of refinement to get them where they are today. And that's a very special place indeed. But to me, the S90 is a different sort of car. It ignores the trend of the ever-faster Autobahn bruiser and instead doubles down to deliver an incredibly refined driving experience. With its understated looks and performance, it doesn't make the strongest of first impressions, but when you're this good, you don't have to.